Hello and welcome to the Table Throw Show, a multimedia experience thing extravaganza. I messed it up. Anyway, welcome. We're playing D&D. DM, take it away.
Take it away! Hello everybody,
Take it
I am
away.
the DM. I run this show with the wonderful players, of course. Crick playing Volatia, the wonderful Dragonborn sorcerer. I'd mess this up if I tried to do the Pav and Chim thing. So there's Pav and Chim, one of them's a cleric, one of them's a paladin. I can't remember which because I'm a terrible DM.
Chav and Pim.
Emily playing
Chav and
Athena.
Baby Shaman, Pims and Lemonade.
That's
That's
Pav and Pim.
I meant Pav and Chim. But
Chim.
it's fine.
Wait.
Pav and
Him.
Chim, that is it. This is too long for an intro.
Sorry.
Emily
Let's
playing
just go straight to
Athena,
it.
the rogue, and we would have Nia today, but she will be definitely here next week, I think she said. So that's going to be cool. But again, she's missing this week. But this should be the last week where we have 4 players.
We're
it's a
missing
rotating
Chim
cast
as well.
currently. It's quite fun.
Yes.
It's wonderful. But
We're
hopefully
missing the Chim.
we should start to get all 6 people in again. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, boy.
after the week after next.
After
Yeah.
the week after next, because exchange students. Right. So, do you guys want to start with the recap? I imagine you do, 'cause that's
Yeah.
helpful.
I don't. Did we left or something?
Yes, you
We
did.
had drinks.
I was here this time.
Okay, so you'll actually find out from this since you came halfway through.
Oh yeah, shit.
So last session, the party reminded me, because I was an idiot and had it down and wrung my notes, they basically went and got themselves a drink. But before doing this, they kind of went into the Royal District, was looking around, and found a man named Paul Solo, which I've made into one word because it's a bit ridiculous. But yes, Paul Solo... Yes.
Whole solo.
I don't know where the name came from. I had a female name written down, and you said you were looking for a tiefling. I didn't want to break those notes. So yes, you met a male tiefling businessman with kind of a spruce mustache kind of thing. He seemed to own like the villas and stuff and renting property kind of thing. He told you that the Grove was a great place to go. It's like the palace gardens. And the palace is floating, for those who haven't seen any earlier episodes and you're starting here. Amazing. The palace is floating. So you guys teleported up there and met an old man who basically served you drinks of your request. He didn't seem to have any limitation on what drinks you could have. He was serving all sorts, and you all got your own separate drinks.
Well, he had no alcohol.
He had no alcohol.
I
Yeah.
think they're big on alcohol in this part of the world.
Well, you don't know that yet. You
That
have-
can change.
It could change. So, after
Perfect
going on
location.
the
Welcome.
amazing palace grounds known as the Grove, the gardens of the palace, you would start to head back. I think it was Chim who expressed urgency. Basically that we don't have much time, we need to get this done as quick as we can. And you headed back to Stave in his tavern known as Oaks Creek outside the city in the northern docks. It was around 7 PM, 8 PM when you got there, and after a brief conversation you had with him, he gave you some notes of his once lover, Amelia, who was a Dragonborn. He would also give you on these notes, you would find a riddle to open a journal that you found in the caves. And the riddle was, I don't have it up in my notes.
We didn't solve it.
You
I
haven't
can
solved it
find
yet.
it.
You didn't
I
have time
found
to
it.
solve it. Okay.
I found it.
The riddle
Found
was,
it.
seek
Yeah,
physical
we just have-
memories of the greatest battles, even devils bleed, a warm crimson. Not warm, as in hot.
Yeah, alright, don't fucking rub it.
It's fine.
No,
I
it's
know
for
it
the
sounded.
listeners, I think.
Yeah, it sounded.
It's down.
It did sound
That's
very
all I remember,
warm.
getting
It,
that
it
wrong.
pretty much sounds
That's
like I said warm, to be honest. So they're very similar because of my
It's
dull
all
voice.
similar.
So we haven't figured it out.
Not yet. You guys haven't really had time. At this moment, you were just. I believe that you were gonna get yourselves a room and then start from there. And this
Yeah,
is where
I
we'll start.
have. I have the book, and I don't think anyone else knows I have the book.
You didn't show anyone that you
Um,
had the book, I don't think. So no, they wouldn't.
No, because I was sneaky about it. So I'll just see if I can find anything else in there.
The book. The thing is, the book itself is sealed magically somehow, and it
Oh.
was the word. The riddle seems to be the way to open it, as if it's got a magical word attached to it.
I'm actually trying to figure
Which
it
does
out.
technically
I
make it a magical item if
tried-
you have a certain thing.
See?
I tried pricking my finger and putting a droplet of blood on it.
Um,
As you do.
You do.
Yeah.
When I
The
lock
old.
myself,
Are you
when I
guys-
lock myself out.
So are you guys gonna try and get rooms first, or are you just gonna sit down at a table and then?
I
try this?
assumed I was in my room.
Okay. We'll say that you guys got rooms last session. You might have, but I don't have it down.
Yeah, we did, because we all paid for ourselves.
There you go then. So you guys do have your own separate rooms. The rooms themselves aren't fancy. The beds are kind of like this hay mattress kind of thing, like dried grass mattresses, but they're comfortable enough. Some rooms only have hammocks available, but again, it's not uncomfortable. It's very low budget, and there's not many rooms. You guys have kind of booked them all up. It's not a busy tavern.
Yeah.
So in your room
Fun.
on your
What's
own,
wrong with a hammock?
you prick your finger, whichever one, your pointing finger, let's say, and a droplet of blood goes onto the book, and nothing seems to happen.
Well, I didn't have any other ideas than that, so then I'm gonna go and tell everyone else that I have the book.
Okay. Tia, kind of. Are you guys all in your rooms at this point, or are any of you staying up drinking?
I'm gonna go to bed in real
Alright.
life and in the game.
In the bed. In bed.
Good night.
Yes. Go to bed.
Okay. So Chim is gonna be up still. What are you doing, Athena? Are you actually gonna sleep for
Yeah.
once? Okay.
Athena's just sleeping.
Alright.
I'm assuming the God Squad sleeps in the same room then.
They do, yes. Chim is currently still not quite gone to bed yet. She.
I knock on their door.
Just a minute. Pav, you're awoken. Well, you weren't really fully asleep at this point. It's not been too late in the evening, but Chim was very loud, and you were just getting comfortable. You hear pitter patter of.
I opened the door.
footsteps.
I wasn't sleeping.
Oh,
I was sleeping in the bog standard pajamas. I wasn't in armor or in the nud. So I was just ready and open to open the door.
I'm just
Okay.
imagining a seven.
So you're greeted by Pav
Wait.
and Chim Belcher.
Okay. So, fun thing. You know that book that he talked about?
In
Yep.
essence,
The book we didn't have?
yes.
Well, fun story. Turns out I had that.
Oh,
You know, just kind of, forgot.
okay.
Coincidence, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's sealed with magic, so let's
You
kind
tried
of-
the old bleed on it?
That was an accident, but it also did nothing, so...
Okay. I'm going to cast Detect Magic on it.
I'm gonna go into the room and not stand in the doorway.
Yeah.
with
Oh yeah.
magic.
Come into the room. Take a seat. I'm assuming
kind
there's
of.
two beds and Chim's not in one, so she can sit. They can sit down on that.
Yeah,
Chim is kind of sitting on the hammock and swinging it, and then the bed is better. They kind of dragged a bed into that room, so it's kind of a 2-bedroom for both of you to save the money.
Ace. Yes.
So yeah, you kind of sit down on this hammock,
I'm gonna-
and Tia comes over.
Is the bed Pav-sized or, like, hilariously too
It's
small?
not Pav
Oh
sized.
no, it's Chim sized.
it's human sized, but Pav is overly large for it. Like the legs are going to be dangling off the edge of it in the evening, definitely. It is only
That's
a
not gonna
single
stop
bed.
me.
So you
Right.
go over with the book, and you're going to cast Detect Magic on it.
Yes.
Was you going to ask something there, Craig?
No, I was saying cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Since you did cast Detect Magic on it, there is some kind of locking spell on this book, which means that it's magically sealed. This is stopping it from seemingly opening, even though it's technically physically possible to do so. The ramifications of such could be destroying the work inside. It appears that this was kind of done secretively, and the information in this book could be dangerous, and hence force sealed away. That's what you kind of figure. The magic, again, it seems to be just some kind of spell which locks the book, a very bespoke kind of magic, a specifically created enchantment.
Okay, so it doesn't seem intelligent.
No,
It's not a book with a mind.
No, it's not.
Darn. Okay. Well, if it's sealed by magic, strength isn't gonna pull it up. Pull it
No,
up, pull it
that-
open. No.
No.
You
Don't
do
think
also
that would-
detect that there is a command word to open it.
Oh,
Oh.
this is gonna be fun. This is us yelling words. Start with aardvark.
The start of the A's, it's a good idea.
Exactly.
I cast command and shout open at the book.
You cannot cast command on a non-creature, I don't think.
Yeah, but oh darn.
I put my hand on it and I say, "Stave."
The book seems to recognize your input, but it doesn't seem to open, as if
All right.
you're doing it right, but that's not the right
What
one.
was the guy's lover called?
Amelia.
Any-
Well, it was
Amelia?
their book, so
Yeah.
Amelia doesn't work.
Amelia doesn't work. Did she have a pet?
What was your mother's maiden name?
what
I was
about-
gonna say that.
Yeah.
Damn it. Beat me to it.
Oh no, we had this conversation last week as well, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Crap. Oh, I'm actually trying to figure out this riddle. Like, is there an actual like answer to it?
Yes, there is an answer to it.
Can I was about to say, can I have a clue? I don't know how.
Roll an
to
intelligence
start.
check, and that will decide if you get a clue or not.
Give me a sec. I've not got my character sheet, so
He's
just
not
carry
there.
on. Carry on with what.
Just
Have
saying.
any-
He saw the riddle though, technically.
Okay, yeah, he can be. He's thinking
He's just
like.
in his own room
he's
before
falling
he.
asleep.
I'm actually like staying awake. I'm like, hell, I'm trying to remember.
He's scratching on the walls using charcoal. It's like that's like
What's
one
the-
of those
what's the
detective
thing?
diagrams.
And then there's like
There's
lines going to different places. I've circled like words and like.
Has there been a battle in Devil's Tongue?
You don't know really about the local area. You guys aren't from. Again, this is a
Yeah.
whole different continent.
Hey, you don't know how Spot Pav is.
Hey, question for the.
I don't
DM.
know if there's any.
Okay.
I got 17 on that intelligence check.
I'll tell you that in a second. Continue.
Alright then.
Is the. Did we figure out the locking mechanism is a word or a thing? Like.
It's a word. It is some kind of
Okay.
spoken command. Not necessarily a command, sorry, but a spoken word.
Yeah.
With that, you will get a clue, which I will type to you in the sake of being private.
Sounds
to not
good.
hint it to other people. It's not going to be a large clue. It's just going to focus out some bits of the riddle.
Thanks, because I need all the help I can get.
Does it
Um,
have? This is me being a character. Does it have something to do with the creatures in the cave?
Sorry.
This is.
Literally
this is
silent.
fucking
Who are you
audio
asking?
death. This is.
Athena is fast asleep.
Oh,
She doesn't care.
I thought you were asking the DM and I was
No, I was.
on my side.
Me being in character, and then I said the thing.
Have we lost the DM?
No. I was
Yeah,
typing.
no.
I'm back.
Okay.
Gods have returned to
Okay.
your world. The world's not spinning anymore. Everything's back to how it should.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Fetches the fucking mandible and prods the book with that, because that's all they can think of.
You prod the book with the mandible, and it's
If you've
like
given me
prodding
an
the book.
acronym, I'm gonna murder you.
It's not an acronym. It's not an acronym for anything.
Good. Okay, because I'm so bad at
You
that.
you kind of read through it, and you see the important words there.
I've circled them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I make some sort of check as well? To
You,
see
if
if
you
I
want the
get a
clue, you could make an
In the
intelligence
riddle.
check.
Intelligence?
Boy,
I'm
howdy.
good at those. Hold on.
I'd say that only one of you can make it though, for the sake of not having everyone.
Oh, no, Tia, do it. Tia.
Yes.
Oh, my brain's actually hurting trying to think it. figure it out.
Natural 20, hello.
Oh,
Oh, the question is,
Hello.
do I give you that just for
So a
laughs
total of
and everything?
23.
Okay, so as you're kind of thinking, and you've done riddles before. You've seen riddles in all sorts of books, kind of written by arcanists who like to do it as like an ending to a book, kind of thing. So as you're looking at it, there's something about physical memories and worn crimson that stands out. And you start to think of wounds and that things don't necessarily heal.
Scar.
Do you put your hand on the book and say that word?
Yeah.
Oh,
The book's energy decreases a little bit, and it feels like a normal... There's still magic to it, but it seems like whatever locking spell was there is gone.
damn it. Oh.
And I open up the book.
Why didn't you just say
Okay.
bad Lion King? I would have got it like that.
Lion King. Alright, so...
Bad Lion King.
I have a description of the book. So the book is a simple leather-bound book, for a start. Someone's currently dancing in the pale moonlight. Beautiful. So as you
Who's
open...
this apple?
As you open the book, it's a collection of loose paper. The pages that are there are like copied and pasted things. It's like using a palm resin as glue kind of thing. It's just pasted. All of it's kind of mumbo jumbo. It doesn't seem to fit together. It's not coherent. You see some of it's written in in Draconic. Some of it's written in English. Common. It's very messy, and it doesn't seem to really follow. It's like reading into someone's mind. As you kind of turn more and more pages, I assume you're looking through the whole book before sitting and reading it.
Yes.
More and more scraps of paper are kind of loose, looking through it. And as you get towards the back of the book, the little sections and all this like scribbled on the pages and pasted in, they begin to get shorter, and you feel like this is a point where, I don't know, they possibly had less time of something like that.
That makes sense.
And eventually you flick kind of past a page and it's blank, and you continue and it's all blank, and then you go back to the final page where it seems to be done. You see at this point on 2 pages there are 2 things. One of them shows a staff. It's got a 3-part handle. The music doesn't quite fit. It's got a 3-part handle, and I'm just going to change the music real quick.
That's fine.
That was a really abrupt ending.
I
know.
figured that at this point I probably taken the book from Pau because I'm reading it. So
I'm bored, so I'm gonna I'm like staying awake, and I'm like, I'm gonna circle these words, print off a bit of paper, and I'm gonna
just
go
because I'm
wander out.
curious,
see if I
Jacob,
can
what
find
was the
anything.
clue that you got?
I just got the words basic. When you said I got it. I linked it together. It makes sense.
Yeah,
but basically,
what
I just got keywords put together in a row, and I got. Sorry, I need to get back.
Can you?
I
paste
got
them?
physical memories, bleed, worn. And if you think
Yeah.
of physical memories, it's a scar because a mental scar.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
bleed, but a worn. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
So,
But
yeah.
I feel like, oh yeah, I'm going somewhere, and I'm gonna go in like, guys, I think I figured it out, and you're like, yeah, I already did.
You could do that as well, just off kind of some input, probably about 5 minutes after this moment.
Yeah, I'll knock on like,
So,
have someone like,
what are you doing now?
Hello! Come in!
Yeah.
We're having a slumber party.
We're busy. Don't come in.
what are
She
you
yells,
doing?
We're in the nude!
We're very naked.
I have
Oh,
at
very
least
nice.
half nude.
My skin is off. You can't see me like this.
When you're like, I'm half nude, I like look down, I'm like, oh shit, same. I was sleeping.
No, I'm not letting you in. You're not coming in.
Why not?
I'm not having any orc half donger in here, even if it's half orc.
That's
Wow,
a little bit
racist.
racist. Pam.
No,
No.
that's quite racist.
If he covers it up, he can come in.
Cover
It's
what?
a strict no donger rule.
That makes sense. That's fine.
Put some clothes on! Is what she
I
yells.
have got.
Pat's not gonna get her donger out, so she expects you to pay the.
My donger
Yeah.
is not out very much.
No one's getting their dong out here.
It's not out. Jesus.
Put it back and then come
It's
in.
not out.
The chef, at this point down the hallway, you look and there's the chef of the restaurant. He just kind of looks down the corridor.
I am not
He
naked.
continues to
I
walk.
said I was. I said I
No,
was.
you're not
This is
naked,
why,
but he's
because-
hearing you yell, "I'm not getting my tongue around." And he's kind of walking at the end of the shift.
This
I
is
kind
why
of like.
because-
I sigh. I walk back to my room, put a shirt on or whatever I'm missing, and then I'm
You
back.
just bundle up in all your clothes out of spite.
I put on like. I put on like 3 shirts.
Alright, you kind of loose tunics. You don't really
Yeah,
have
yeah.
full
I'm
shirts,
back
but-
in. I'm like, sup guys. Anyway,
You're
I
very
was that
overdressed.
riddle. I was having a look. I feel like I might be getting some.
Oh, no need to worry about that. I already solved that ages ago.
Ages ago, huh?
Yes.
Fine. All right.
See, we unlocked
Wait.
the book.
You had the book the entire time.
Yes, and I solved the riddle. What's the problem?
Well, I
We
thought we had
solved
to
his
go
book
back for the
problem.
book, but we left it.
Have helped.
as you see the books open.
Yes, I was very helpful.
Well done,
Yes,
Pav.
you are.
And I like do like a sort of bro hug.
As
whatever fuck
you see
I
the
don't
book
know.
open, players.
Every hug is a bro hug if you believe hard enough.
You'll get struck
Yeah.
by lightning if you're not careful.
Yeah.
As the book is open, you guys see that on one of the pages is a sketch of a staff. There seems to be a 3-part handle which is different. A simple middle piece. The bottom piece seems quite ornate and fancy in design, and the top piece seems like it's less of like a pole and more of an actual like holding for the top of a staff. Then you see another part as well. You see 3 unique glass-looking structures. The art is very, very good and very specific. It's not been pasted either. This has definitely been drawn out by the once alive Amelia. And in the center of these 3 crystals is what looks like a dagger, but it seems like it fits in the middle of the staff. It's very fancy. At this point, Tia, you sense that there is actually magic coming from this page. And
magic.
then you see that written in very ancient Draconic is a name. And just because of the ancient Draconic, because the kind of runes are magical themselves, it's just emanating power. Just the name of the staff. You
Shit.
see that written there is what roughly translates from... there's no real translation, it's basically 3 names.
The pleasure star.
This is Stav Voligar Marga.
Basically, same
Um,
thing.
And basically, roughly...
Paragraph is no longer allowed in the room.
I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's Todd's fault. He's using me as a conduit. I
Staff,
can't help.
Stav would mean staff, basically. Voligar,
Yeah.
you don't know, that seems to be just some title. Marga refers to the platinum dragon of the dragon siblings, which is Titus Marga, basically one of the titans of the first age. Then, on the second page, it's instead of being written in ancient Draconic, this is written in common. It says Genai Defora. I'll show you how these are like capitalized and stuff. And then written next to it says the Anti-Calamity.
What is it?
It's a draconic artifact. It's linked to the platinum dragon.
Cool. Anything else?
I don't think it's wise to actually let this end up in our captor's hands.
By
I
the
say
way,
we
Pav,
burn
But-
it.
could you roll me a
I
religion
look towards
check?
the fire and I'm like,
Pardon?
Could you roll me a religion check, please?
I can roll you a religion check. Let's check what my religion. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a 19.
So,
Ooh.
It's an intelligence check. I've survived.
you and Chim look at each other, and there is something you recognize in here. The second name which you read, when I look back at my notes, Genai Defora, refers to a construct made by the gods before they were banished into their own realm. And it's a being which is basically made up of the lifeblood of an elf, a human, a dragonborn, basically all of the races, a tiefling. And it's a being of immense power, which seemingly has. It's basically known as the anti-calamity because it can stop world disasters, basically. It's an immensely powerful being which is kind of built from the vestiges of all the gods before they left. Like, small parts of their power was put into this being, and then small parts of all the mortal beings were put into it, and it's kind of made of this really powerful being. However, it was also sensed as a big danger, basically. That's about all you know.
So I can see the word Dephoros.
No, it's Dephora.
Oh, okay, not like
which
Tia.
is very similar, but it's not quite.
Similar roots or similar?
Probably the same roots, I'd expect.
This is the first age, so this is basically when ancient Draconic. Ancient Draconic. I keep getting stumbled on that. Was being formed, and since you know that most languages evolved from Elvish and ancient Draconic, it's most likely where the root of Dephorus comes from, possibly. It seems to be.
Okay.
Dephorus is supposed to be infernal, so.
Yes, but language.
I'm gonna peer
there's law for
over.
that. I have law for that. Don't worry.
I'm gonna peer over like. On my
Okay,
tiptoes.
because I was kind of trying to justify if this happened to be a coincidence. Like, oh no, don't worry about it. Totally different language, but DM has lore.
He does. You would know this law. There's tales as well. The first demon was made by the sibling of Titus Marga,
Shit.
and that's how demons were made, and hence devils were made, and so on and so
What
forth.
colour dragon did you say it was?
Platinum was the Titus Marga, and the sibling was a red dragon.
Of course,
Okay.
he made the demons. Poor red dragon.
So
Fucking-
players.
Fuck's sake. I'm gonna like peer over like his shoulder to have a look at the book. What's inside?
Yeah, you see a drawing of a staff, a 3-part handle, a very ornate and fancy kind of staff head with what looks like a dagger in the middle, and again, you can see the glow just from the ancient Draconic. I don't think you read it, but they look like magic runes, basically.
I think you're right, Tia. I don't think we should give this to Bokar at all.
No.
Saying that,
Hmm?
what if he finds out?
We just won't tell him. That's how things. Why tell him?
I don't know. I feel like he has eyes in most places.
How about we do a fun thing where it doesn't go beyond the room?
Alright, we do
Like
not talk about
assassinating.
this, just in case.
We
Yes.
tell Athena.
I don't trust Athena at the moment.
Mm.
I
She's been
think we
acting
can-
very off.
I think we can.
Hey, I'm being in
trust
character, shut up.
Kirin.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I think, yeah, sure.
She's
But
a
we'll have to
true-
find a place.
And she saved my life, so.
But, I mean, what if somebody at the tavern where we got the information about this book?
I mean, let's be real.
Also-
This place that we're in, this room, isn't exactly safe either
No,
way,
but I
so,
meant they
like,
might know about the book, and Bokar might find out and ask for it. He might not have it, then that's, well. I
so
feel like we
destroy
should
it.
rip out the page and
No,
destroy it.
that's not going to be sufficient. I don't think.
If you reclose the book, does the spell come back?
I mean, it wasn't that hard to figure out. Like, I'm one person.
Yeah.
Maybe we could hide it.
Work. I feel like we have to destroy it. If we
It
destroy it, we're gonna
depends on
destroy it now.
where you sort of hide it. Right?
Hmm. Like
How-
if you were to.
I have a good
There.
idea. Why don't, when we return, drop it off the side of the boat? Or the air raft?
It might be.
What good's that gonna do?
It will sink it's a book. It's water. They don't mix very well.
Yeah, we could, if we wanted to destroy it, we could simply burn it, like right now.
Well, let's do it. Right now.
No.
No, I mean, listen, I don't feel great about doing that either, so...
Well, then what do we do?
We just kind of, I don't know, put it into your clothes under someone's breastplate, in Tia's weird collection of rags she salvaged from. Just not put it somewhere obvious, and also don't put it at the bottom of the sea.
How about the temple?
Okay.
It was abandoned enough.
Are we not going to return it to the...
Well,
The
no, he was
husband.
offering the information as reward.
Guy
He
whose
didn't
lover it
want
was.
Jim
So
is
we hide
there
the
on the
book in
hammock
the temple.
swinging her legs.
Fine, we'll keep it. Is that the only information in there? Is it just that page? Then nothing else?
The other
No,
scraps of paper you probably could read upon, but you're not sure really. You just skimmed through it, and that seemed to stand out the most by far.
Question for the DM. Did I actually get any information about the whereabouts of the pieces of the staff?
When you said scar and you placed your hand on the book, there seemed to be an image that flashed into your head, but I didn't tell you at the time because I imagined that you wouldn't tell them.
No.
But I should have sent that message. I've got it typed out and I didn't send it to you. God damn it.
That's fine. Just
Right. Oh wait, there it is.
Tia's probably like skimming a little bit more through the other bits of the book, just kind of trying to decide what's best to do in this situation. Alright,
Yes.
I haven't sent that message.
There you go.
Okay, this doesn't leave the room.
Okay, that was less specific than I was hoping.
But he does seem to be in the area. You sense that much. It wasn't. It was like a scry spell for a fraction of a second. We'll put it like that.
Yeah.
And you recognize
Yeah.
the rough surroundings.
So I have... Let's call it an intuition. Or something like that.
Yeah.
I have a lead for us to go.
A lead?
Because yes, because I do still believe that we need to find this.
Okay, where is it?
Well, I don't exactly know that.
A general... somewhere. Is it
Well-
close?
I don't really know where this thing is. It's more like I know possibly somewhere or someone that could
Can
tell
you
us
tell
where.
us?
I touched the book when I said the thing and I saw a vision, okay?
Okay, fair
It
enough.
was
Spooky
man,
vision.
and he had like he looked maybe wounded, had bandages around his arms, and it's probably somewhere close by. You know how
I guess that's
do.
quite distinguishable feature-wise. Well,
Did he have anything distinctive on him?
He had bandages on his arms.
Like a specific bandage? I'm thinking Chim
They were
has
very bandagey.
detect object or locate object. So if Chim finds out where that thing is, then she'll find the man it's on.
I don't
can do
think-
that, and I can read the book, I think. But I would like to say I am very tired, and all this talk of bandages is making me feel ill, people.
I don't think they were specific enough for something like that. You know how magic is. You get a flash vision sometimes, and you...
I'm like bored at this point. I'm just sat on the floor playing with Claw.
Wait, Claw is in this
Like-
tiny room as well.
Is it tiny?
It's barely fits 2 people.
It's gonna be
It's a small inn.
Yeah. It's
Claw's trying to get in, but I'm just kind of holding my foot against the door.
Washed against one of the foot ends of the bed because Pav.
Mm. Pav is standing in the corner, kind of hunched over the ceiling.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
So we'll look tomorrow, and then we'll get some sleep now, and then if we have to kill anything, we can kill it when I've read the spells that I need. Because I don't know if I
are
read
we all
this spell.
agreeing to not tell? How are we gonna deal with Athena in the book? Because I like Athena, but I don't know if I entirely trust her. At least not until she's told us.
I know that you know her well, but I'm sorry, she appeared out of thin air on
I
that
don't
boat.
really know her well. We had met and hung out for a couple of weeks, and then jail happened. So
But you seem to trust her partially. But
I
don't know her at
I
all.
literally said that I like her. I want to trust her, but she's not telling things in its entirety.
Right. How about we just say Tia had a vision? Because, heck, if I understand anything that Tia says, magic. I just know that magic is magic and it acts weird sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like that.
Yeah.
Having a vision is not out of character.
She supped on the delicacies of the locals and had a weird vision.
Yes.
Let's not use the word supped. That sounds a
No.
little...
That was bad.
Okay, well, we'll discuss further in the morning.
I agree.
I'm gonna go.
I will go talk to Kirin.
I'm sweating so much. I'm wearing 3 shirts. Ah.
So you're gonna tell Kieran? I assume.
What?
Are you gonna tell Kieran now, or are you gonna tell her in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I
Fine.
go and tell her now.
You find
If she's-
Kieran in her room, and she's actually used druid craft to make flowers around the room. Just
Aw.
finishing up and burning some incense or some kind of.
I compliment the flowers.
She gives you a very shy but thanking nod.
And then I probably just kind of sit down and I actually brought the book and show her the things. I mean, she can read herself, but
Yeah, she
still
can.
kind of,
She can read Draconic as well. So yeah, she's basically goes through the entire book with you up to the point.
yeah.
For the sake of me doing butchering Pawnee's character, yeah, and you basically
No, we
talk
just
it
go
over.
through it basically, so she knows.
When you talk about hiding it from Athena, she seems skeptical, but then she realizes actually, yeah, it seems to be a safe idea to do so. You don't know if it is Athena; it could be a poser or anything. So
Yeah. And then Tia's gonna probably just hide it under all their other stuff
yeah, you can do that. Bottom of your bag.
in the non-specific bag they have.
Yeah, in the kind of over shoulder satchel. And with that, we'll have.
Yeah, it's something.
And with that, we'll have the evening for everybody. So you all sleep. Athena. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
So Athena,
Athena's snoring. She's tired.
she is snoring,
I'm getting rid of that exhaustion.
and it's good to sleep again. And you don't really have any nightmares of any sort, but in the evening you are greeted by some sort of vision. A smoky figure. Around you, you are on some kind of flat land. It's all plains. Smoky figures in front of you. Smiling. It's sickening. He seems to have no discerning features, but you can make out a mouth in his smoky visage as he's got his arms folded, looking right at you.
What do you want with me?
They're lying to you, Athena. They're lying. They're hiding things from you, Athena, I promise. I promise they're hiding.
Who's hiding things from me?
Your so-called friends, Athena. They have knowledge you do not, and they choose to hide it from you.
Is this knowledge important to me in any way?
The knowledge is not what matters, Athena. They are hiding it from you.
Well, they must have their reasons if they're doing so.
Think what you will. I'll leave you to rest.
Please do.
The figure.
Tina's tired as hell. She ain't got time for this.
The figure.
That was good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, I'm loving this.
Backwards.
This is a bit. Oh, that was like a bit of drama, bit of acting.
You awake. It is morning. You feel rested for a while, although the chills are still on the back of your neck, and you find that
I
you
actually thought
have...
you were gonna say the one. He's called Uragat. He's lying. Like, no.
You
get
find
murdered.
that
Kill him
the
now.
sandy surface
No.
that you were
scared.
standing on, you kind of have the sand actually on your feet, and you recognize that as if you're actually taken somewhere. But you are awake.
I'm gonna shake it off. I feel better now. I'm not exhausted anymore, and I'm gonna head downstairs. Head down.
Down the corridor into... It's a very small building. It doesn't have an extra floor. It is just one floor, but it's quite a... If you imagine there's like this main drinking area, and then to the right there's a corridor which leads off, and there's several rooms there. It doesn't seem like anyone's actually in the main tavern bit yet, but you do hear there's a little bit of noise in the kitchen, probably from whoever's working the shift.
Well, I'll just sit there and wait till somebody comes out and get some food.
Alright. The rest of you will wake up around this point. You heard the footsteps going down the corridor. Not loud. Athena's very good at being stealthy, but the floorboards are very squeaky. So you kind of got awoke by that, and you've all had a full night's rest.
I'm typing out a secret thing.
Oh,
Secret things.
Secret.
spooky, spooky.
Alright.
Spooky.
So everyone is up at this point, and you can all meet in the main room.
I'm having
if you
breakfast
would like.
downstairs.
Yeah, you're having breakfast. Now I will say this:
Breakfast time.
the person serving you seems to be a lady, darker skin, dark complexion, with the hair tied up and it's quite curly. As she kind of serves you it, she seems to know that you guys have already paid and such. She's probably been told by Dave himself. There's warmed bread, basically what are kind of croissants, kind of thing. There's pain de chocolats. It's quite fancy. And you also see there's a variety of
Liking it.
fruit.
How come we get panda chocolats in the effectively desert, right?
This is
It's French, alright?
yes,
French desert.
You are on
French
a desert
desert.
continent, yeah. But
You know, there's
No,
things
no.
that don't exist. French desert.
cocoa
Yes.
isn't an import.
You're
from
thinking of the
London
French
import.
dessert. It's a chocolate.
Oh, freaking awful.
I do try.
Terrible human beings.
I sent a secret message.
I will. Do you want me to look at it now or later?
Yeah, no, do it now.
Okay.
Very short.
Oh, yes, they're talking.
Yes,
they're
you can,
talking.
but I'm gonna have you roll me a check of some kind. I mean, this is gonna be half their passive perception anyway. But
How do I do secret rolls?
do you have dice in real life? I know you have a whole tub.
Oh god, yeah, I do, but
If,
where?
Do you have like an app on your phone or anything? Just.
No, you can do it on Roll20.
Oh.
I'll
okay.
just.
I didn't know that.
Think.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all DMs, so we can also.
Oh shit, that's right.
Just no one look. No one.
Okay,
no one
just-
do-
That's not gonna work. Hold on. Everyone else roleplay. I'm going to get dice. 'Cause I'm
Alright,
prepared.
okay.
Nom 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 nom. This food.
Nom,
is
nom,
really
nom.
nice. Stuff in
Nom.
my
Wow,
face.
such a
I'm going
good.
to. I'm going to
pasty.
take a drink of this water.
Such high quality
Yeah.
food.
So, having Chim hasn't really had like much fancy food, and the opportunity to have something like a pain de chocolat Her mind is blown, and she seems amazed. What is this? Amazing, so good. Pav, you've got to try this. She's got like a mouthful.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
like,
worry.
Kim, what is that? I'm like,
I don't
It's
know.
all over me, and it's in my pockets, wrapped up in napkins. I'm prepping. I'm like doomsday preppers, only I'm when there's no
all of
prepper.
this.
I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what is?
Athena's just gonna stop something in her mouth for a second. Like, so you guys have a good night?
Tiring, but what is this? Do you know what this is? I like hold up like the pan of chocolate.
I look Athena dead in the eyes and put another pan of chocolate in my mouth, so I don't have to reply to her.
Yeah, Athena is very suspicious now.
I feel have.
Hello, I'm gonna be here. No, let's
Yes.
What is this? And I'm like holding up pan of chocolate. What is this?
I'll put my hands on either side of Urgaf's face and good food, and then.
Okay,
I mean,
hold on.
that
I
would be
rolled. I found guys. I rolled. I'm going back into the room. What's my modifier?
I put like the whole pan of chocolate in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Mmm.
Mm.
This is really. I can't do it. I need something to fit in my mouth.
Dice.
Dice. I'll put dice in my mouth.
That's not
Don't
gonna
put
end well.
dice in your mouth.
Okay, send the result.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, only just though,
Shit.
'cause I know the highest pass perception. No one's gonna get any secret messages. You don't think
Yes!
anyone heard you. There was no instant reaction.
So, you know, Tia's, there's normal when everyone starts breakfasting.
Yeah.
It has been a part of this conversation all along.
Now, what is our
Right.
plan for today? What are we doing?
Is it like modern chocolate, or is it like how chocolate was originally served, where it was spiced with chili, kind of thing? Because I think Tia would like that.
Tia likes most types of chocolate. Also, there's not much difference. Like, a chocolate bar is just chocolate, additional cocoa butter, and sugar. So,
Mm.
It
Well, like
seems to
chocolate,
be
they had it drink. You drank chocolate.
recognizing
Tia's prob-
like chocolate bars in this universe aren't really a thing.
no,
but
I'm
yeah.
just saying,
cocoa-
like,
I know.
in
But-
real life, how early chocolate.
It's probably
Taste-wise,
just
it
like
is-
a
it
cocoa
seems to be a
paste,
cocoa and milk and
cocoa
sugary
paste
mix
sort
kind
of thing.
Either way, Tia's eating it.
Yeah, it's great.
I am. I'm having
The
it well.
food is surprisingly good, and you imagine this the lady who is now currently in the kitchen kind of spends most of her time doing that, and she seems to be like a chef rather than the person who works the counter. But Steve isn't there right now, so yeah. So you all have your amazing breakfast. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to drinks, only water is out, but it's not bad. It seems like it's not an amazing establishment. This seems to be extraordinary good food.
I ask if Jim had that thing I gave him.
I have to look at Chim.
You know, the
Oh,
thing
the
that was
stuff.
napalm.
Yeah,
But we
napalm.
don't know that.
Okay. Because she convinced you, didn't she, that she could keep it?
Yeah.
She looks at you and nods. At this point, she's like half bitten into like a pain de chocolat, just staring you right in the eyes, glaring you down, waiting for you to say something.
Did you finish the thing?
She nods. After
Oh,
swallowing.
I thought you were gonna save a taste from. That's fine.
She's got it spread on her toast like
I look at Pav and I'm like, what are you trying to get me to do here? I don't like that. What?
Yeah, like a sauce.
Alright. So,
Are we still talking
So-
about the napalm?
Is this some
Yeah.
halfling culture I am not aware of?
Mm,
the head to the side.
it's like halfling Christmas, halfling time to eat napalm.
That doesn't sound like a very good idea.
It's a rare delicacy.
That doesn't sound like it's real.
Oh.
You know, you can't roll an insight check. I can't not have you roll an insight check for this. I was gonna wait for you to ask to do it, but I felt bad.
Yeah, no. It's an 11, which is pretty hilariously bad.
Yeah. So for everyone else, in fact, no one's got high enough passive insight for that. Chim is weaving the truth, of course. 100% truthful.
Alright,
I rolled well on the deception check. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, player.
that's fine.
DM to
But
player.
then
I'm
again,
sorry.
I don't know much about your culture, so I guess I should be grateful to get to learn.
We love flammable stuff, halflings.
Oh, we too! That's really interesting.
We'll get
Have you
along.
had coals? Have you had red hot coals?
I
They're my
haven't.
favorite.
Pav, we should try that sometime. She's looking at
We
you.
should. Tia's being totally sincere about this, by the way.
I
Pav,
hate
you see a
that.
very terrified Chim looking at you.
Can I make an intimidation check? Like, I'm not, or a passive intimidation? Is that a thing?
I'd say no, but you've already intimidated Chim. It seems.
Okay.
The very
I'm
thought of
fine
that
with
is like quite terrifying to Chim. So you guys are all sitting around the table.
Most morning, Tia keeps talking about flammable foods.
Yes. You guys are all sitting around the table. As you're kind of sitting there, finishing off the last bit of your breakfast, you hear a bit of commotion outside.
Fight. Fight?
Should we go and look, see what's going on?
Yeah. Let's go
Yeah,
look.
let's go for a look.
Let's do that.
Going out the front door, you see I need to look at these notes. Ha 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 ha! Isn't it lucky that the DM is organised? That is a lie. Let's find this.
We
Okay.
are making our way out to the commotion.
The commotion. It seems to be there are some dock workers, and there is several men, of which are wearing the armor described before, the Greek armor with the large round shields, all with very royal blue cloaks. They are marching, and in the center of this envoy of men, at least 15 men with these blue capes, there is a lady who is wearing a white, kind of flowing, light piece of clothing. Like, it's pretty much a dress, but it's very light. It doesn't seem like it's necessarily fixed in any places. She's wearing lots of jewelry, and she's got this long, flowing, blonde hair. And the commotion's basically coming from the people gathering round as the guards shoo them away. And she begins walking towards the gates of Katarai.
We don't happen to know who that is.
No, I mean, it's pretty obvious that she's important. She's being guarded
Yeah.
by some kind of unit. But you guys don't know who the major figures are here, so you couldn't work it out.
Should we find out who this is?
Why not?
Alright, how do you guys
Do we
intend
really have
to
the
do that?
time?
It'll take 2 minutes, Athena.
What are we
Yeah.
doing? I wasn't paying attention.
We're finding out who Fancy Lady is. Find
Okay.
someone who looks reliable. Tap him on the shoulder.
Right.
There's no one really reliable around, but there is like dock workers who seem to know and point over. Would you like to just
Someone
get a
who
random-
clearly seemed interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
One man seems to be a dock worker. He's got a bandana. I don't know if you call him bandana when you wear them around your head, but kind of wrapped around his head. A rough-looking claret-coloured bandana. He's got one sleeveless part of a shirt and the other's not. He's currently carrying what looked like a box, and he dropped it when he saw them, and kind of got other people and started talking. You imagine that he knows who this is.
Yeah.
So you approach him, you tap him on the shoulder, he turns around and goes, oh, hello, oh, alright,
Hello.
hi.
What's all this commotion about?
Commotion? Do you not know who that is?
No, I don't. Care to inform me?
You've been living under a rock, or have you not been round here often?
Well, no, I'm not from here.
Oh. Well, she's the mistress of Athena. She is.
What?
Who's Athena?
Care to explain further?
Oh, oh, well, God blimey me. Alright, Athena is a beautiful city made of marble. It doesn't have walls because the soldiers are the walls, if you see what I mean. Very well guarded. Soldiers are very well trained. You can recognise them from their blue capes. She is basically the leader of them. You understand? Oh, such a rare occasion.
Athena isn't a beautiful woman.
It's a city.
It's a city,
I mean, this
love.
is me as a player. It's on the.
Ah, okay.
You guys wouldn't technically have a map, but this is...
No, that's just me. Again, just me as a player.
Yeah. I tell you, you were lucky. The gems on those jewelry pieces, you see, they're worth so much money. They are rare, exquisite sapphires, diamonds, you name it. She got it.
Oh no, yes, trust me, I know. Anyway, what is she? Maybe some sort of champion?
She's not a champion. She's actually renowned for battle, though. Tactics-wise, she's very clever. She's built some amazing things to help defend her city in the times of war. That wasn't too long ago, but we weren't trading back then. Didn't get to witness it, unfortunately. But she's got some legends around her. She really does, I'm so happy. I've never seen royalty before. It's a first for me.
Is she a good person?
I've never met her, to be honest with you, but from what I hear, she seems pretty interesting.
Alright, well, thank you for that.
I can't wait to tell my friends about this. Yeah, thank you as well. Do you work around here, or you just travellers, or what's the deal?
Oh, I'm an emissary of Bokar. I'm here on highly official business.
I've never heard of him before, but you're right on. I will not get in your way. Bill, get the box. He picks up his box and starts walking down. Hear him mutter off to himself. I can't believe I met royalty today. Alright. And on that point, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit, I loved his accent. That was amazing.
It was good.
The session. So, yeah, that should be the session done.
Very good. I enjoyed myself greatly.
It was good.
Thank you, DM.
Why are you a robot?
I had fun.
Okay,
Excellent.
So Jake's turned into a robot.
I sure did.
So thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you. Oh.
Are you doing this or am I doing this? We need to decide.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
You
It's
gotta
my
say
show
the
now.
tagline. You
It's
gotta say
mine.
the tagline.
What's the tagline? Someone bail me out quickly. What's the tagline?
It's throw those tables, man.
Got it. Right.
Is it?
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah, it is.
everyone.
Oh
Shut up.
no.
Shh, I'm doing this, guys. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Remember, slap that like. Oh wait a second. Anyway,
Sell out. Sell out.
Come on. You can do it.
if you
Throw
actually,
the
if
tables!
you
Throw them!
subscribe and comment, you can apply for my free gift card giveaway.
I have a code for Audible. Thank you to this week's
Just
sponsor.
type in
It's
the
blueapron.com.
code table. Anyway,
I've given
thank
too
you
much
very
power
much.
to all of you.
Thank you very much for watching. If you sat through this, thank you.
Go
for
to my
watching live.
GoFundMe. I want to go.
Go to my
Subscribe to our
Kickstarter
Patreon.
page. I will
Yeah.
get fork socks on the way. All right, cool.
Got some
Anyway,
new deals on that
Thank
Patreon.
you. Remember, throw those tables through your neighbour's windows. Get arrested for property damage. All that good
And
stuff.
assault.
Yeah, blast is
Stop.
really loud. Get annoyed.
I'm ending this before
It's
it goes
fine.
too deep.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.